and something else like that. It is once again time for the kitchen cleanup. It has become a bit of a, I guess it'll become a tradition. Chatting or babbling while I'm cleaning up and doing my dishes. But today I had planned to do some baking. Or actually I had planned it for yesterday. But because there was a water leak, so there wasn't a possibility to do any house chores or house cleaning or kitchen cleaning and so on. So we had to make do with what we can. One thing I do realize now is how spoiled one is when it comes to having fresh water in the tap. And yeah, I know it's a bit of a bad lighting, but it'll have to do for now. And actually how spoiled one is about having fresh water in the tap. Because after 24 hours without water, one starts realizing, oh my goodness, how frustrated was I? What will I do? How do I get hold of water? And here they have a system of, okay, they provide water with water tanks and so on, but at the same time, one has to have things to carry the water in, and that is something I don't have. So, to be able to flush the toilet, there was one solution. It has been snowing a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. You can probably see it on the other videos that I have had vlogs on, and there you can see exactly how much snow we have. And if one has a household bucket, well, then one goes out and collects in a lot of snow, and then bit by bit melt that snow down into liquid form on the stove. Of course not in the bucket, in heatable equipment, which is pretty logical. And then when you have a bucket full of water, liquid water, then you have, I think it's 5 gallons each bucket, something like that. And if one has that, then one can flush the toilet twice. So yeah, that's one way of dealing with that problem. Onto YouTube, I cannot help that I have a visitor that is playing music in the background, and I'm not the one that's going to go and tell them to shut it down, because I'm just having fun doing a vlog. So you can go and do something to yourself, YouTube. And to whoever complains about it. I am sick and tired of having my life regulated in every sphere. I mean, Jesus, we even have to pay taxes for our hobbies. We have to register our hobbies if one should happen to make a buck more than necessary. You know that metal detectors, for example, they have to be registered and you have to have a license to use them in Sweden. Drones have to be registered and licensed and marked, each individual drone. It cannot be a bulk registration. Each one has to have its own license number. And to top it all off, the drone footage cannot be used without having it authorized by the provincial. I don't know what they call it. They call it Länsstyrelsen here in Sweden. The community council or whatever you want to call it. But for the resident area. Just in case one has happened to catch something in the corner of the eye in the drone footage that might not be suitable, whatever that may be. Even selfie drones have to be registered. And I wonder how long it'll take before they will even have orders to register every single telephone that is on service. That even cash cards cannot be kept offline, so to speak, just to be used. Of course, my cash cards on my phone are registered, because the little amount I use my phone for telephone services and so on is so minimal that there's just no point in it. SMS, text messaging and so on, that's one thing, but actual phone calls, I have maybe 4 or 5 phone calls a month these days. So one can, there's just no point in having a subscription account. And the subscription accounts here in Sweden also friggin' expensive, so it's not even worth it. I pay, I think it is $10 US dollars a month in a cash card, and I still have 7 or maybe 5 US dollars over at the end of the month. So yeah, it isn't exactly like I'm a phone hog these days. People just think, oh, you spend a lot of time on the phone. Yeah, right. who am I going to spend time on the phone with other than doing this kind of thing? And yeah, it is the phone I'm using for this, because I'm using the stabilizer as phone support. I found that to be very practical actually, because it follows me around. I have turned off the function at this moment, but whenever I need to use that function, I use the function. But they still haven't fixed the issue with the stabilizer and it recording to the telephone, the phone memory instead of the SSD memory, external memory. It would have been much more how can I put it, more usable if they had in the software made it possible to record to the external card, because my phone is limited in how much memory is available for video recordings on the phone, and therefore I have to skip the software that is used for the stabilizer so that I can use the phone's own recording camera, which records to the external card, giving me more leverage. How come I do this? Well, I don't have a choice. I am a single man. So, who's going to do the house chores if I don't do it? That's life in a nutshell. Oh yes, as time runs. 12 minutes already. Okay, what will I be baking today? Well, the idea was that I was going to make sponge cake cookies with chocolate and a candy topping out of vanilla chocolate that I have made myself, a mixture of. So that'll be in the follow-up video to this one. So if you want to see it, you'll just have to wait till I've delivered that video as well. I will, however, probably, I'm not saying I will for certain, but I probably will attempt to broadcast it live on Twitch, and that will be a bit too late for you to have any use of, so I'll publish it here on YouTube as well. It is such a long time ago since I did a Twitch video last that but I've done that on purpose because I got categorized into just this Euro trucker thing, and since my steering equipment has stopped working and I can't afford to buy new equipment now for that kind of thing, so I can change the subject to food and baking and whatnot. Now I'm going to make a noise. It's going to be very, very noisy because I'm going to be using the vacuum cleaner. So you'll have to excuse the noise. The noise level will be very, very noisy. Right, here we go. It is the easiest way to get rid of the extra stuff, so to speak. There we go. Get rid of some of the no, you're not a cat, don't do that. I happen to spill some flour on the floor and on the carpet, so I'm going to have to deal with that as well. Before I continue. I'm going to be reupholstering the walls with new wallpaper. I won't be doing the job myself because it is a rental apartment and I'm not allowed to do those kind of things by myself. It has to be made by a company. That specializes in wallpapering and painting walls and so on. You know, it has to be professionally done. Even the ceiling is going to be painted. So, new wallpaper on the walls and new painting on the ceiling. I haven't done these one can do certain renovations if one demands it, and then of course they will increase the rent. But I've done most of the rest of the apartment, but I left this one, the kitchen, for a later date, and it's a good time to do it now because I deep fried gnocchi and I didn't have the lid on the deep fryer, and those gnocchis, at least this type, exploded and spattered hot oil onto the walls. Now you may think, okay, that could have been dangerous if I'd had lit candles and so on. Oh my word. Okay. It can look like that too. Give me a second. I don't know if you can see this. I happen to, and I'll do that short, just a bit. Can you see what's happening outside? It is snowing. Okay. Then I'll have to put off the other part of the plan for the day. Not the baking part, but the other part. Well, now for the second part. This special paper that we have for more tougher wiping. This is tougher. It's not like normal toilet paper. It doesn't defrag itself or frag itself. It can even be used with together with water up to a point. And it's very practical when it comes to removing fatty bits. Okay, the stove is not so clean, but I have been cooking, so it's still hot. And I don't feel like burning my fingers, and it will most likely not be visible in the baking anyway, so at least the oven will be visible, but the stove itself won't be such a big concentration on. Oh well, I suppose I'll call it a day for the vlog anyway. Thanks for watching. If you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe.